All right, today's date is Tuesday, March 18th, 2014. It's approximately 16:08 hours. It's Detective Stone with the Albuquerque Police Department. We are here at the Family Advocacy Center, 625 Silver. This is in reference to an officer-involved shooting, reference case number 140023683. And present in this interview room, just going to go around the table here.
Agent Hal Cage, Mexico State Police.
Detective Zach Stevenson, Repeat Offender Project.
Detective Keith Sandy, Albuquerque Police Department, Repeat Offender Project.
And Luis Robles is a friend.
Okay. And we are here to interview Detective Keith Sandy. Before we start, Keith, I'm just going to go ahead and get some particulars about you. Can you spell your first name for me?
It's Keith.
And your last name?
Sandy.
What's your man number, Keith?
5198.
And who are you employed with?
Repeat Offender Project.
And that's with the Albuquerque Police Department?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been with Repeat Offender Project?
About approximately a year and a half.
Okay. And how long have you been on the police department?
It's coming up on 7 years now. 7 years in July.
Okay. So basically, Keith, what I want to do is, man, I'm just going to give you the floor, and you go ahead and just walk me through the entire incident, what you remember, what you observed, and just go ahead and start.
On March 16th, Sunday, I was the primary on-call for the Repeat Offender Project. At approximately 5:23 in the afternoon, I received a call from radio control. The control dispatcher told me that Sam 55, Sergeant Jason Carpenter, in the Foothills Area Command, was requesting a taser shotgun in reference to a male who was armed with 2 knives and had advanced or walked towards officers with the knives. I got in my truck and started towards the Foothill Area Command from Edgewood area, and at 5:27 I got a second call from control stating that Sergeant Carpenter requested gangs, and she'd called rope on accident, and I told her just that I would stay en route and disregard on gangs. At 5:31 I contacted Rick Ingram, who was the acting sergeant for the Repeat Offender Project, and notified him of the call out, and I also asked him to respond with me to the address of 812 Piedra Vista Northeast. In reference to this incident, I also asked him to notify K9. It was just in the quick brief that I got from control, and the understanding that I had of the situation is that it was moving too fast and it needed to be slowed down a little bit. Everybody needed to take a step back and assess the situation a little differently, and that's why I requested K9 to accompany myself and Rick Ingram to the incident scene. Shortly after, I notified Rick, 729 Jeff McFarland, and 754 Scott Weimer Search come up on Robert. They stated they heard our conversation, recognized conversation over the radio about slowing down, contacting K9. I briefed them, telling them about control calling me, the male armed with a knife, and the request for taser shotgun. 754 Scott Weimer-Skirch said that he was going to call Jim Fox, the sergeant of the tactical unit, and brief him on the situation. I told him when I get there on scene that I would wait for their arrival before we stepped off and got involved in the incident. I arrived directly behind me. Officer McFarland pulled up. Then Ken Ronzone, who's also with the K9 unit, pulled up. And then Scott Weimer-Skirch pulled up right behind us. As I was getting my vests out, my taser shotgun, my rifle, out of my truck. The real-time crime center was given a briefing over the radio. I referenced the male the uniformed officers were out with. They stated he had a history of running from police, physical confrontations with police, resisting arrest. I grabbed my rifle and my taser shotgun, and myself, McFarland, Ronzone, and Weimerskirch entered the backyard of 812. As we entered the backyard, I could see their backyard bordered open space area. As I could see through the open space area, there was a running track and then a steep grade on a hill. I could see a male in a gray, like shop type button-down shirt and black pants, long hair, long beard, and it appeared that he had a do-rag on his head. He was very animated, pointing at officers, and just he led the dialogue. He was primarily speaking. So as I walk out, there's a running trail, and I'll.
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead.
And so this is the block wall to 812. Pedro Vista.
Okay.
There's a wood slat walk-through gate here, and this is all open space. East of the house is a dirt, gravel type running trail. And there's a large evergreen tree here.
Okay.
As I stepped out, I stopped here with Ken Ronzone, right in this area here. Myself, Ken Ronzone, McFarland, and Weimerskirch stopped here.
Okay.
Up here is a large this is the rock feature, I guess is the way to describe it. There's a lot of rocks, high rocks with a tree that was dead and it was stuck up this way.
Okay.
There's another little trail. It was, I guess, like a game trail. You described. There was a couple of them that went up towards there. There was one that kind of twisted around this way, and one that came around here, and then there was 3 large rocks here, and the male was standing in this area here.
Could you just write like subject